Next up.
We didn't ask a question.
I'll ask it after. That went so long. I'll ask it in another breakdown too. Next up, at UFC London, we have Christian Leroy Duncan taking on Andrey Pulyaev. Christian Leroy Duncan, 10-2 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision loss to Gregory Rodriguez. He's taking on Andrey Pulyaev, 9-2 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. He is making his UFC debut. Andrey Pulyaev is a solid striker. He takes his time. He keeps things nice and tight. He uses his jab more than most people do, but lots of times there's nothing behind the jab. It's just a jab. It's not a 1-2. It's just a 1. 1. 1-2. Oh, you don't watch Friends. 1-2. 2. 2. 2. Anybody who watches Friends gets that joke, and that was top tier. He does do a nice job of working the body, getting to the feet, transitioning to takedowns.
Oh, fucking God. Oh, my God.
What are we laughing at?
I just got an interesting text from your wife.
Let me finish this breakdown.
I haven't watched it yet, but the screenshot alone of this video is one of the greatest things I have ever seen in my life. So
just
you
build
continue.
some anticipation. Yeah, build some anticipation here. We just came from a water park, okay? I don't know what she's filming, what she's not filming, okay? I don't know what she sent you, but let me finish this. Pulyaev will work that jab. He'll work the body. He'll stay on the feet. He will transition to takedowns if he needs them. He's a well-rounded guy, and despite his current win streak, I would say there are still some things to prove. I wouldn't just fully say that he's full-blown UFC ready just yet. He is coming off that straightforward Contender Series win, which punched his ticket to the UFC. He's taking on Christian Leroy Duncan, high-pressure fighter, 9 finishes in his 10 wins, powerful striker. He does come forward. He's got good pressure, good speed, creativity. He throws everything at his opponents, but if things do get a little heated and people start firing back his way, he might sneak in a sloppy takedown or two. He's coming off that decision loss to Gregory Rodriguez, where Gregory Rodriguez turned into a wrestler. I am going to go Christian Leroy Duncan here. Pretty straightforward. I saw him get out wrestled in his last fight, and Andrey does have some wrestling.
He's a master of sport.
I do think the difference, though, is Gregory Rodriguez has wildly dangerous hands and wrestling, so you have to worry about 2 things. Andrey's hands are not dangerous. They're busy. He'll pump the jab. Maybe he'll shoot a takedown.
7 minutes of cardio. Fucking loser.
What are you talking about?
Legally.
Oh. I thought you meant Andrey. I was like, did you see like a sex tape we haven't seen? Andrey Pulyaev may try to wrestle here, but it won't matter because the hands aren't dangerous enough to get Christian worrying about multiple things. He'll only worry about the takedowns. He'll defend those. He'll get it done. He's a minus 550 favorite. Those odds are probably correct. What do you think, Jakey? Oi.
Yeah, I actually like Andrey kind of as a fighter, maybe as a prospect. This is a tough matchup for UFC debut. I think he was a big underdog in his Contender Series fight. In that fight, you saw, I mean, he is like a Russian dog, right? I mean, he actually has some pretty good offensive striking, long, rangy guy, pretty tall for the division, can throw things pretty long, as you mentioned. Wrestling as well. He is a master of sport in the Sambo, so he's kind of that typical Russian, can kind of do a little bit do everything, the new age Russian, not just all wrestling, but we'll strike and we'll mix in some takedowns and stuff, throws, judo, all that type of stuff. Really well-rounded, but when I watch him, as good as the offensive striking can be with the length, it's defensively, he just is not there. When you're not there defensively against a guy as dangerous as Christian Leroy Duncan, CLD, it's going to be an issue. And I actually went into this because I'm not a big CLD guy. He is a guy that, you know, when things start going south, it seems like he starts to act like he doesn't care, like, oh, I'm too cool to care type of guy. Like, he seems like that type of attitude. But in this matchup, it just feels like the strikes are going to land. As you mentioned, I don't think the takedowns are going to be there for Pulyaev. So I know that we just saw a monster favorite lose last week. This is a little bit different. This isn't a UFC debut for CLD. He's a well-rounded guy. So I'd be very surprised if he dropped this one. I think the 550 makes sense, and he's my pick.
Yeah, we're on the same page here. No surprises. Massive favorite. $9,600 in DraftKings Fantasy. That's tricky because Christian Leroy Duncan has 9 finishes in his 10 wins. So odds are he gets a finish here. Maybe spend that money, but it is tough because he'll just finds his spots. He doesn't go hunting for finishes. They just happen out of nowhere. If you do want to unlock all the picks, all the bets, all the tools, and everything else that we do, it's freaking $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. This is a comment we just got. It says, conservative edge, not so conservative this week. And that's true because if you were a premium member, 3 of my bets on the board right now are at pretty decent plus money, which is not normal for me. WeWantPicks.com, click become a member at the top. What's the video that she sent to you?
Okay, everyone kind of strap in for this one because I have no idea what this video is going to look like. I'm going to experience it.
Show me the screen
together, but I will show you the screenshot, and then I'm going to watch it live, and then if it's friendly, which I'm looking at the screenshot, I'm not sure if it's stream friendly or not.
I don't know what this
I will show the stream. So here's the screenshot, and I'm just sitting here, streaming. I get a text from your wife, and this is the first thing I see.
Okay. All right. Let me explain what we've got going on here.
Look at the fucking face. Look at the determination of this guy.
Yeah, so that's what this is.
First of all, how many bees did you get stung by? It looks made up. If this will focus, I don't know if it actually will, but your face looks made up.
Let me explain. Can I? That's way fatter than I actually am in real life. Let me explain.
Look at that. My God.
Let me explain what we're looking at here.
Holy
First of all,
fuck.
It is spring break. Okay, you want to watch it while I explain? It's spring break, okay? We took our family to Kalahari. Kalahari is a giant indoor water park. There's like 6 in the country. It's a huge indoor water park. They've got games. There's like an arcade. One of those games is hang on this pole. One of those games is, can you hang on this pole? And if you hang for... People were falling off after 5 seconds. So can you hang on this pole? If you hang for more than 2 minutes, you win a free night. I'm like, I could do this. And then I sent my youngest. My youngest is like...
No hook grip. They tell you no hook grip?
I did this, and they were like, no. I was like, all right.
No, you don't know what the hook grip is. You never rock climbed in your fucking life.
Never. Anyway, so I sent my youngest. You know my youngest. I sent her. Kid's rock solid. Like, she'll be able to hang on this thing. And she's on it, and the bar twisted. It's not a solid bar. It's a fucking scam. So the bar twisted and it's uneven left to right. I'm like, what a sneaky scam they're running here.
Sometimes they grease them down too.
So then the next day I was like, I'm going to try it. So I lock in, I get dead center, and I just close my eyes and it pulls me up. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. Just hang on. And I'm hanging on. First of all, I think the counter is slow as fuck. It's not, if I had a stopwatch, no way. Second of all, it started to twist on me. And then I was like, I can re-grip. So then I go to regrip. Show the video. I don't know what the video is.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to react to it, and we'll see if it's because you're already a little bit exposed. So
I don't get naked in it. Just show it.
All right, we'll do it together. Hold on.
I do 35 seconds on the thing, which almost a record. That noise you heard was my neighbor laughing at me because my washboard abs were hanging out. I'm hanging on that thing, dude. That's not easy. See how long this is? You support 260 pounds on your fingertips on a bar that rotates. I'm hanging. Everybody was impressed. See? That's when I try to adjust. I tried to adjust. That's
You know what that was? That wasn't I don't think that was a try to adjust. I think that was let me try to show off with a pull-up here, and then you realize you couldn't do a pull-up, and you bailed on it. Because some people are like, they know they're getting close to the time, and they're like, oh, watch this. I'll even do a pull-up. And I think you went like, oh, let me try to do a pull-up, and then you were like, oh, fuck. And you're like, trying to play it off. You're like, oh, I wouldn't.
No, the bar was twisting on me, and I felt my hands going like this. I'm like, if I jump and go like that, it didn't work. Either way,
Look, this is the last fucking. Hold on, I gotta compose myself. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! This is that poor girl. This is. I mean, how she doesn't have nightmares about this, I don't know. But this is like the last thing Tiffany sees, once every 3 weeks, right before she falls asleep. I mean, just fucking look at the fucking with the belly. This is what she sees, right like this. What a lucky girl! What a fucking lucky girl! You look passionate. You look like you'd be passionate.
Okay, get it together. Get it together. This is why people get to the point, guys. I haven't even asked my question yet to finish the debate with my neighbor. All right. Dial it in. Button it up.